Hello tubers, I got my 1255 XL, yeah, and we got the New Holland 544 crop cutter baler. And I've done some things on it before, but I just thought I would use some more tips and things on it, because you do get a few things going wrong. And last year when I was using it, it wasn't cutting the wrap properly. So this thing here, the brake shoe, was stepped, so it had wore at a step, so only half the pad was actually going on there. So I've just filed that back, so that's one thing, and I pulled the roll off at the moment. And if you look back there, if I can just point at it with my finger, see that there, that's a knife pointing upwards. So where the end of my finger is pointing, sorry, it's a job to show you, there's a blade there. That's gone a bit dull. So what I'm going to do now is, I won't be able to video me doing this, but we're going to get a drill with a wire brush on to clean it all off from the back and the front, and then I'm going to just put a good edge on that, because that only needs to be rounded off a little bit and it won't cut. It'll just continue to, when you go to finish the bale, it'll just keep putting wrap on. So you do tend to have it sometimes, and you know when the blade's going blunt is when these rolls go down to small, and then if it's not sharp enough, it'll just keep doing what I just said now. So when the bale's finished wrapping and the thing comes back, it doesn't cut it, and then it'll keep rolling this onto it. So it's usually the blade then, or this. So another thing you get with these, I have never used the crop cutter on it, is this here. See that bar there on that chain? Somehow, I don't know why it does it, it just tends to get, so it doesn't move very freely, so you have to wrench it up and down and oil it to get it to move properly there. You've got a little sensor there that shows if what size the bale is and the pressure on it through that bar there, look, see? And there's one on the other side again. I can point it at by there. So that when you lock the back door, keep your pressure on the ram, and that thing will click up, and then as the bale gets made, it pushes here a bit, and this thing tells you what size it is. So and if the back door is open. At the moment, this is inside the baler. We've got it in such a position to do the thing at the back, but this is how it is when it's putting the wrap on. So this is the thing they call the billock, and where my finger is there is where the wrap comes through. So when you go to wrap the bale, this thing comes through here, and then the wrap goes onto the bale from between there, and when it finishes wrapping, it pulls this billock back in, and the knife shuts at the same time. So the knife will it'll put the brake on the wrap, this thing will come back out of the way, and it'll cut it at the same time, and then you can open the back door. But what happens sometimes in the cab, you get the sign that says this billock is sticking out, and what it is, it hasn't cut the wrap properly, so this billock can't go back right. So you've got the bale in here spinning round, and this billock is still feeding out wrap, so it can't go back. So that's so you make sure that the knife is sharp enough. Another thing you will have sometimes on these things, I'm not sure if I showed you this before, but in here, this latch has got to come up. So when you close the door, you keep the pressure on the ram, it comes on here, and then this goes boom, and it stops it from unlocking. Well, if you can see there, I've been not oiling this. One year, it wouldn't lock the back tailgate properly, and it's basically for these things here, it either got rusted or something, because I leave it out over winter, and it isn't showing that the door is closed. So that happens on both sides. Same here. So make sure you clean all the stuff out of there and oil it properly. I think I've showed you all this before, but all these rollers, yeah, see? You will have them to go. I have a couple of go every year. I just bought about 200 bearings, and then I got to the end of the box now, but I always have got sometimes 4 or 5 to go a year. And then you just get them to this position here, and you can just change them easily with a circlip. By there's also a thing that, I don't know what you call that, a bit of a sprocket that it runs on when you open it up. Be careful, because when I bought this one this side had seized and it wasn't turning at all, and it had wore half that way. So that's a bit of a bastard to put on that one, but make sure them are free. Do you think what else? Just keep all the chains clear, and this baler works really well, but when you're putting in big swaths, I found it's best to put this right up, because it'll get blocked otherwise. If it's right up, it just tends to ram it straight through there for some reason. If you've got a small fluffier short hay, put it down and it'll help it go in then. But if you've got big clumps and stuff like that, it's the opposite what you think. I open it right up and let it just fire on in there out of the way. I've never tried the string system on it, but it does work. So you've seen everything now. I hope these things have helped you a bit, and I've been really pleased with this baler, really have, since I've had it. I have the odd problem like I've just explained to you, but nothing really massive. I think I need to get a couple of chains, or one chain at least, to as a spare in case something does go there eventually, because she's put a lot of bales through here now. And hopefully, cross fingers, it'll go on for many years. So, over and out. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.